Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the NA Friday night fights for you. It should be a good one as we have two bigger maps. The first map being Cook's Countercharge, followed by the Dunker Church. You're seeing an overview of both of those maps right now. We've seen the Dunker Church over the past couple of weeks, so it'll be exciting to see if anything different happens. Thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video, hit the join button, and you can see all the perks there. With that out of the way, our teams for tonight on the Confederacy, we have Hampton's Legion, Mississippi Brigade, Hood's Division, Pickett's Brigade, Army of Northern Virginia, 5th North Carolina, and the 4th North Carolinian Cavalry. Whereas on the Union side, we have Iron Brigade, the Northern Aggression, 79th New York Highlanders, 9th Corps, Irish Volunteer Brigade, Pennsylvania Army, and the Shenandoah Valley Regulars. With that being said, I hope you enjoy this event. Here we are live on the battlefield today announcing you have myself as Guardian Eagle with Shade.
Hello, Major General Shade here.
Let's go. So we got Cook's Countercharge. Interesting first map. I hope the CSA is a bit aggressive because every time I watch this map, they nearly just sit back and try to shoot it out with the Union, which can be boring. And it also is just kind of a bad strat. CSA just has to be aggressive overall on this map. And it looks like, for the most part, they're going to head off to this right side, the Union right, or some Confederates going to the left. Union, on the other hand, sending some regiments to the back right, but most of the regiments are on Victory Hill, as I've called it. I see Shenandoah Valley Regulars, the Iron Brigade, 79th New York. Northern Aggression with Midwest Brigade, and the PA holding on Victory Hill. Yeah, Shane?
A lot of people in one spot.
It really is. And then on the right side, IVB and 9th Corps. Not too surprising seeing those groups together. And then CSA attack on the left. You have Hampton's Legion, Hood's Division, Pickett's Brigade. And more shots beginning to be engaged. Let's see how the IVB 9th Corps first shots do.
Small worker.
Oh. Even worse.
If
They're not coming yet. There it goes.
they drop
I dropped a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good shots.
Yeah, not bad for that. Hey, they're hitting some people afterwards. So overshooting for the most part. Shots being engaged on the corn. CSA is heavily outnumbered because they send most of their guys to the left side. Who do we have here? You see Mississippi Brigade. They're not getting up close. ANV and Huncho from the 5th NC. And his boys getting in there as well, but
Now the Union's just destroying them there. I can't even...
no.
Like no CSA guys left already.
Yeah, no, they are getting wiped. They're kind of being a ticket drain, but the tankers have more tickets, so not the end of the world. Back on this left side, CSA is kind of spread out. They're just independent firing. The cross from them is this 9th Corps doing the same thing.
I think they need to be more aggressive on that side because, I mean, I think they outnumber them now.
Yeah, CSA definitely does.
There's just so much more Union on the other side to the CSA. So, I mean, send them forward. Push those 2-3 regiments out of there.
Indeed. Looking at our numbers quickly, it's about 230-man server. CSA has 10 more men. There is no reason why the CSA should be sitting back and shooting. No reason, at least on this side.
Is there a lot of people on RD for some reason?
CSA,
For the Union? I mean, there is actually an RD guy.
But he is an officer.
RD is pointless, yeah. RD is pointless on this. I actually don't see the point in even having an RD in this one. They should really get rid of it or find a different way to put it in this map because, you know, you get killed in half a second if you play RD.
And speaking of aggression, Hampton's Legion moving forward, getting up close to Whisper and Big Chungus here. Great shot by Big Chungus.
But he's still gonna die, unfortunately.
Yeah, rip the Big Chungus. The meme died. And now he actually died. 9th Corps falling back here. Getting some nice shots. That RD officer going down there, but getting 1 or 2 shots off. Tickets relatively close.
Yeah,
Ninth.
so far it's been a decent battle.
Yeah, it has indeed. Confederates starting their respawns. They're trying to go to the core and hit up the artillery, but I think we have the PA, the admin army, trying to flank around the CSA. Actually, they're going to try to hit the elite skirmisher here of PB, I think PB. We'll see how these shots go.
They're going to get hit in the back. They don't even know.
Yeah, one flag. Ninja!
You thought you were safe?
There they go.
And they wiped that group. CSA losing a flag kind of back there. On this right side, these respawns that died on the right, they're kind of gathering around these artillery, guns and caissons, spreading out, getting some shots on the Union. Oh no, the artillery position has been overrun. But PA wiping that pretty effectively. The rest of the CSA, though, are kind of spread out. The CSA haven't even... Okay, CSA has one flag on the left.
You gotta be careful. I mean, they're like almost completely cut off spawn-wise. So a couple charges could absolutely kill them.
Make sure you're coming. Keep
Come on,
alive,
boys, come on.
boys. Keep your line straight.
Come on, guys.
There's the
Small.
IVB.
Go for the grass. Go
Will they hit shots?
That's the question. No.
Did not look like they did.
No, they did not.
Happens to the best of us, though.
It does indeed. It looks like we missed some kind of push forward by 5th NC here on the right. Looks like they're getting home. Huncho trying to take shots. Huncho missing. And Huncho's going to run away.
Poor Huncho, man.
Poor Huncho. The man just wants to be aggressive.
Yeah.
There's
no one on that side to do that. I have no clue what's going on.
What is this? Ninth Corps is charging out here.
Reload, boys.
It's a very spread out charge. IVB moving in to assist as well.
Here they come.
Yeah, the HC's trying to hit them from their side.
Oh no!
Run him down, man!
I don't know why we see them charging out here. The
Yeah,
Union.
this is the wrong way to charge.
Union is killed his division. They're down on tickets. This is why you shouldn't charge out. IVB falling back. Ninth Corps kind of still going in. Those last couple guys dying, and Union's going to hit engaged. I don't know why they charged out there. More charging happening on the other side of the map. Mississippi's brigade charging forward. It looks like Union's going to be able to hold this defense, though.
Charge is going on everywhere right now.
Yeah, I know. Artie's going back. You know, the Artie is the most important point on this map. Not even the point of contention.
The interesting part about that charge on the other side earlier is they charged into the open field instead of the group that was standing there and just got shot.
The IVB 9th Corps charge.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they charge on that side. I can understand maybe countercharging on the other side, but I don't know why they would push out.
Yeah.
Hampton's Legion is returning from spawn. PB returning as well. They got their flag back. Whatever happened to PA, the world may never know. But more fighting happening in the corn. Huncho and 4th NC Cav. It looks like they're kind of running up, taking some shots, and then running back in the corn. They're kind of playing a game of peekaboo here with the Union.
Gotta love some good peekaboo, man.
Indeed. And
There's not even enough CSA to fight on that side. I don't know why they're trying to do this.
I don't know either. You do have some 79th New York Highlander guys.
Damn it, I missed him.
There's like 3 of them on the caissons. I don't know why they're so far out here, because if Hunter just runs up with his pistol, he can get some nice out-of-line kills.
I think he got a little bit too aggressive last time and is a little bit worried.
So Union's capping point. It looks like just regiments running through the point here. Got Hayes here from the Midwest Brigade.
Left.
I don't even know what's going on the side right there. I mean, you got so many CSA guys just kind of sitting there shooting. I guess you were right about that. There will be a lot of shooting on this map.
Indeed. I'm going to... we'll see. More CSA moving onto this right side. Who is it? It is Mississippi Brigade. Looks like they're just coming in after the respawn. Looks like CSA is going to this left side, maybe going for the middle. We'll see, but they're completely pulling off this left side except for 4th NC Cav. For now, it's just holding in the corn.
Would be a good strategy is to try to hit them from the side and just kind of run through them. Because, I mean, they're all facing the corn a little bit. I guess more facing field side now, but if you can distract them in the corn, you could kind of sweep and hit them in the side.
You could indeed. But they got to have more men for that to be successful, and CSA is not even really worried about this left side. Hayes here wanting to find these Confederates in the corn.
I think he just wants to get some kills. Prove that KD.
Indeed. Gets one. Misses. Alright, I don't know. And he's going to die there.
That was unfortunate. But he could have at least gotten like 4 shots off there. He just was taking his time aiming.
It was indeed. So, 5th NC and V kind of moving to the middle here. Taking shots from a distance. CSA not really charging anywhere.
Yes, they're just gonna try. I mean, it's going well for them right now. Union's losing tickets more than they are. So,
Yeah,
why not keep on shooting?
That is entirely fair. And there's still plenty of time to be aggressive. Well, IVB is kind of shifting over
I
here.
can't fucking see him. Back. Like where you didn't have to move.
Move back, boys. Come on.
IVP is kind of getting shot up. I mean,
Probably
they're
because I'm shooting at him.
honestly.
Get your loads in the snake rail fence. Get your loads in the snake rail fence. Have cover.
Some shifting going on. They charging him?
Hey, here we
They
go. And good timing too, right after IVB volleyed, because they might not be ready. 9th Corps is about facing here. IVB, do they know yet? They have to. Will the Confederates turn to their flank? Yes, some of them are.
Look right, look right.
IVB indeed knows.
So Confederates pushing as far as they can before they go out of bounds. But now they're going to be engaging. IVB is actually charging.
I don't know if this will work for them. There's still a lot more CSA guys right there.
I do not know. They're charging, heavily outnumbered. Looks like some of 9th Corps guys are charging as well, but they're gonna. This is just a slaughter. I do not know why they did that. I guess you have PA charging in here too.
Not enough.
No,
They almost just lost an entire stage.
they really did. You have more Hoods Division guys coming in. Union still holding on this left side. They haven't really been pushed though.
What?
But wow. I mean, I'm questioning some of the Union strategies tonight, especially on this right side. I don't know why they're trying to charge these guys out. Maybe they'll hold the ground, but they're losing terribly. They're outnumbered. They need assistance on this flank if they want to win.
And there's a lot more of them now. I think a charge could go their way, but you gotta be careful.
They're trapped up in their spawn. CSA should have relatively easy shots.
The Union just had a couple more tickets. I think it'd be fine.
Don't see how
That needs some balancing.
this could go any other way. I mean, Union could turtle.
Gotta love it.
Got it. Yeah, indeed. They gotta force the CSA to cap. But we'll see. Sometimes people want to play with it to win games. Not that it always works, but it gives you a new opportunity.
Jesus, about fucking time.
And then sometimes they don't want to cap because people just don't want to do that. Interestingly, though, you do have some Shenandoah Valley regular guys. They're just running from spawn. I don't know why these guys are running from spawn out in the open. CSA starting to adjust to them. And these should be 3 out of line kills.
Maybe skirmishing.
Got Lamb here. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing this. That guy those two guys just forced the Union into taking losses. And the big thing with that too is that Union guy looked like he didn't even see them. He started hopping over the fence with like 5 CSA guys in front of him.
Is this the map with the graveyard in the back?
It is indeed.
So a major turtle could happen. Last time you recorded this, when you crashed, actually, major turtle happened.
The Maryland campaign went a while ago.
Yeah. So you gotta hope that they don't go sit in the graveyard for a while.
I mean, CSA is kind of setting themselves up, so if they do try to get to the graveyard, it's going to be very hard to do so. On the other hand, pushing up in the middle, you see 5th NC. They're kind of taking up these bushes. CSA doesn't want to cap. They want to force Union into breaking. And the fact that Union has so many men up here creates that possibility to be encircled, because CSA is almost encircled the Confederates. Union at their spawn, starting to push up. 9th Corps for the most part. PA to their right. Let's see what PA is doing.
They're going to charge on their own.
Hey,
okay,
what are you doing?
You can't miss that, man. Come on. What is this fucking amateur hour over here? Look at this guy. Like fucking point blank
Everyone
range.
missed their shots. Trying to kill a Rambo. Rambo missed it too. But I mean, this just looks like a slow death for the Union.
Surprisingly, not many CSA guys left in that little corner. So, if they sent all those Union guys right there into that corner, they could at least wipe that first group. They just got to be wary of the second group down in the end, which I think is now shifting.
Yeah, they're starting to shift back. They're doing a little pacer test.
I hated those. Please don't remind me.
The freaking the guy who would talk beforehand.
At least they play some fire music while you were running.
Yeah. Oh, bops. HC returning the corner, reinforcing their men. PA is kind of getting pushed up on by these guys that shifted over. At least they're dying in formation. Union starting to fall back on the left side of the map. We can see the Iron Brigade still holding up on this corner fence. Shenandoah Valley Regulars are trying to shoot the CSA from all the way back here. Again, it's so far back.
I don't know. They have a level 100 with them.
Sorry, I can't question that. We have Midwest Brigade. They have a little better positioning here. I mean, worse positioning, because we know the level 100 knows all truth. And then TNA falling back to the graveyard. Is this the turtle? Or are they just trying to get a better vantage point? I don't know. Looks more like a turtle, though. But the rest of the Union isn't doing so. CSA is dwindling in numbers, though, on this corner. They got more reinforcements in the back here. CSA is kind of scattered. A lot of their guys are, but still winning an effective game. More movement from Union spawn. We have games here from 9th Corps. Running to the graveyard. Whoa.
Where's Sevi when you need him?
Where is Sevi? More Union. Shenandoah Valley Regulars, their spawns. It looks like they're heading over. So 9th Corps is moving over. PA IVB still kind of shooting here. Sevi's on top of a gate.
Tell Sevi that people want a turtle and he'll be there faster than everybody else.
You guys are.
He was very upset that he couldn't turtle on Wednesday. Turtle Master himself.
The Turtle Master.
Don't shoot me, don't shoot me.
Please speak some words of wisdom. Extra Complex is on as well. PA is actually pushing forward. Some of the Union isn't going. Some Union's still holding out. I mean, CSA could very easily knock these guys into breaking. PA is kind of charging out because CSA fell back from this flank.
How the fuck are they spawning in? That's
I don't know,
so
but kill
fucked.
him. Kill him right behind you, right here.
Hey, what's up, brother?
They're actually spawning on the dead flag. I actually just did the same thing and they stabbed me once. So, I guess that flag still serves as a vantage point for the CSA right now.
I was team.
Yeah, you look at that. Another one spawned in.
Another one.
No, Dixie, that's not your friend.
Another one! Look at that. The man's dead and still spawning people in. That was a team kill.
Get in line, get in line.
Will another one spawn in? Is this another guy? I don't know. Another one, Alaska spawning in. This is the ticket farm. Wow, Alaska's gonna put his team in the taking losses. Never mind. Well, another one spawn. Another one, Bobsters. Union.
I like how they all realize right after it happens.
Yeah. Rest of the Union is starting to move away from the graveyard. These two guys dying.
Oops.
Alright,
Should've held that shot
They
for a
realize
second.
they got a team kill. There's another one.
There he goes again. They keep spawning in on
Oh,
that thing.
that's-
What is it, glitched or something?
I don't know. He keeps spawning there.
Ninja though wants.
Yeah, the flag is glitched,
How
man.
the
That
fuck
shit
are
is
you
glitched as
spawning
hell.
here, bro?
I don't know, it's glitched, man. It's
Well,
weird.
stop spawning on it. Stop spawning on it.
Don't say that, Ninja. You want the kills. Will another one spawn?
I'll camp it.
Hopefully.
Oh, I think they stopped. I think they finally.
Ninja just got shot by his team. The admin team.
Was it admin core? Maybe. Oh, another one spawned in. He died. But Confederates taking losses. Confederates controlling most of the field, starting to push forward. Union kind of fell back to the hay bales. They still have control of point. Another CSA guy dying on that spawn. PA Army is about to have the best KD ratio of their lives. There's another one.
What's weird is you can't actually pick up the flag. I just tried. It's just there.
It's just there. I wonder if it's it's like kind of waving down up and down as well. So I wonder
Doesn't matter. It's just great. Spawn camping them.
if this will just be like it for the rest of the game.
I hope so. Because
it
it's
can't-
acting as if somebody's still like holding it. It says they're in line too, so
Yeah.
it's letting them spawn.
So it won't despawn. Iron Brigade, I don't know what they're doing. They're running up. They're getting some volleys. They took a couple of hits. Union's almost at breaking, though. I don't know why they're doing this. I really don't.
Honestly, yeah, Confederates are just gotta peek this hill. Is the turtle coming? Coming for part 2?
Who retook the artillery for the Union? Oh, it just got on. No one's there. Okay. The Union's going to hit breaking. There's no point in trying to turtle at this point. You do have one brave soul, Rick's here. Will he survive? He's kind of deflated.
Good. Nobody's gonna hit him.
No.
Too good.
He's not level 100, though, so we might need to question that.
I think he's still a higher level than me, unfortunately.
Imagine not having 100 hours in this game. Let's see here. We got Doug here from the 5th NC.
Dead. Hey, the flag came out of the floor.
Hey, it did.
So it counts as a down
We
flag
should've
now.
let- He might ruin it though.
Alright, shoot people at the tree. Boys.
The server is healing. Good try, Doug. I appreciate your service to the cause, but just simply don't get shot. I'm surprised CSA's not pre-capping right now. CSA could just mass push up and they should pre-cap or push forward or something. And there it is. It's happening. A and B.
Hey,
They
Bud
know.
Light Garrett.
That's right. Holy shit.
They're starting to cap early so they could hit breaking and cap at the same time. Smart idea. But they
Alright.
gotta get off if it doesn't work.
More CSA.
Will they get off
HC on
in
the
time?
point.
There's a bunch over this
Yeah, they will. I mean, the nice part is that you need at least men in skirmishing to capture the point. So out of lines won't really do that. Hood's division pushing up on the far left side. I see Pickett's brigade tags there as well. So Confederates, start the precast. Just send 3 guys. Have them do a very simple job. Very simple. Run onto the point. Once they get close to cap, you pull off.
Oh my god. Oh.
The Union guys are actually getting shot up as they're moving through the open here. Point going down. You can see TNA. going up. CSA starting to push forward. Beautiful shots by Union, though. You also
Here
see
comes the
IB engaging here. That point is capped. CSA taking the point. Union starting to move in, though. CSA charging Union spawn. Wow.
There's a wave of soldiers coming at these guys right now.
Union's obviously winning the point right now. But there's plenty of CSA still in this fight. Coming from both sides. Mostly from the Union spawn. I don't know why CSA is just not going in right now.
They're contemplating life.
I guess Union still has to kind of hold them this open, and they got 18.5 minutes to do this, so they got plenty of time. Here, what is the Union guy saying?
Well, here goes the rest of CSA. Hopefully. Maybe they don't just move closer and shoot at them.
Jeff,
Look at all those men to the north.
Yeah, Union's just kind of getting shot up. They're almost halfway down the last stand. More Union coming in from their spawn right now. All these shots should be guaranteed hits. These guys are actually just going to kind of charge in their back. I like it. Some CSA turning around. I mean, this is going to be a ticket farm here. We saw that ticket farm earlier, but this is even more of a ticket farm.
Yeah, I got a couple of you cunts.
All these guys with Union dying out of line. And Union's just going down on tickets.
Not a good strategy to charge in piecemeal for them. And there's another level 100. Probably the reason the CSA is winning.
Of course, of course.
Oh, he's dead.
He is dead indeed. But Union still have control of the point. If I were CSA, CSA is actually kind of getting dwindled down right now. The respawn's coming in a lot. CSA is about a fourth of the way to breaking.
There's Sevi.
There is Sevi indeed. Sevi dying.
You take that back, man.
Poor Sevi.
Kilroy gets him though. And here comes Hampton's Legion. They're pushing some guys in. Your Buckeye, that's a terrible name. Should change that. Ohio's cringe. Anyways. CSA is starting to fall back. They kind of got pushed off. They're being shot at by the whole Union team. As right as this has happened, the CSA respawns are pushing in, and they're going to hit the Union from the back. All of these shots are beautiful shots. Should be guaranteed.
Last stand pretty soon.
Yeah.
Game's pretty much over.
Yeah, so we'll just see you guys in the next round.
Yeah. I need to watch.
No.
Past this point, we already know who wins.
Yeah. Huncho wins.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend himself.
Aiming this way, north-northeast.
Huncho's just going to let his pistol go. Everybody's character kind of had a heart attack there.
Oh, Black Betty.
Wonder how long it's gonna be before they just start getting massacred on that point.
It'll slowly start ramping up. PA though, they want to take on HD.
Turn around, Jar, they're coming. Hey, they're coming from north. Right, move. Weapons out. Right north.
And PA is gonna get wiped here. But
So close to last stand.
so very, very close. And Confederate's hit breaking. It could turn around. It could turn around indeed. You never know in a time like this.
Gotta be pretty CSA bias here. It's not turning.
And there we go. Union hit last stand. So
And here comes the wave. Any second now.
the red wave, as they
Red
say.
wave.
The red wave. Never mind, it's not a red wave yet. We're still waiting. The midterms are around the corner. But CSA getting closer. 4th NC Cav doing
Quick
a little
timing.
quick timing here as they approach the top of the hill. CSA should just be having fun at this point. Union is getting shot up. This will look kind of cool once the HUD goes away. Look at that.
Dang. This flag's getting sniped.
Example of what not to be in war. Flag bearer be an
Flag
honor,
bearer.
but you finna get shot.
And die. Then you won't be able to respawn because it's last stand.
Yeah. Yeah. If these Union guys, if I want to see, oh, we got Door Dog here charging with the flag, a top G material.
Here, watch this. I'm gonna shoot him.
For Lincoln!
Dropped him. That was me.
We got it live, folks. He was cheering for Lincoln, but here it comes. After minutes of waiting, the CSA have now decided to charge. Don't worry, this artillery point here. For some reason my thing was not turning over in Streamlabs, but point still being held by the Union. CSA hitting from both sides.
Doesn't matter. Still
I don't
gonna
know,
be a
man.
good
12
day.
minutes at last stand, it's possible. If the Union turtles.
If they turtle hard enough.
No, sorry. If the Confederates turtle, then the Union can win. Have you thought of that one?
No, I have not. Well, I think if the Union turtles hard enough, maybe they will gain tickets and go up a stage.
Oh, of course. Because we all know there's an extra stage beyond information called in, where when you have more than 30 men in a group, 30 men in a group, you'll start getting tickets. Anyways, we have Sevi still on the battlefield, reloading. One of the last men here, he tried to save a flag bearer, but the flag bearer got massacred. What will Sevi do?
Union win that?
Yeah,
Wow.
Union are just built different. Also, how come all these... What are these dead things? Like these corpses? What are they doing with their arms?
Looks like a lot of them are holding something.
Are the guns supposed to be
Wait, what
there?
if people picked up all those flags?
Probably.
What if you picked up all the flags?
Debbie.
Wouldn't that be really fun?
Huh.
We just picked up. Oh god, they're over the hill, over the hill, over the hill. They're shooting. Why are they shooting at us? This charges, bastards! Damn you!
Shotguns in the flag.
Damn you all to hell!
Sevi's about to get caught with the bullet any second.
By Shade?
Unfortunately, I'm at the back of this charge.
He's too powerful. They didn't want to put him in the front, you know, have the weak men die first so the strong can come in.
They're surprisingly not charging yet. Here they go now, actually.
Okay, put in the comments who you think will win this charge. It's pretty dang even forces wise. I've heard for every one Union, they can take about down like 40 CSA, 40, 50. But wow, the round even ends before then. Shade, your thoughts?
Surprising strategy by the CSA that worked out really well. I mean, nobody in the corn, take the entire left side and just stopped them there. Pretty impressive.
Indeed, CSA. I mean, that was pretty aggressive. That was enjoyable to watch compared to most counter-charge matches I see. I'm one to like to see a bunch of charging. Standing and shooting in the open looks cool for about 5 minutes in my mind, but a great round. I mean, Union could have turtled. That was probably really their only hope. But of course, there is a lot of hatred towards such an innocent creature.
Turtling actually makes you lose tickets faster than not turtling.
Imagine if they put that in the game.
I'd be happy, actually.
Anytime you have more than 30 people in a spot, you lose tickets.
Well, that wouldn't work for a lot of regiments.
No. But with that being said, we'll see you in the second round. And here we are live on the battlefield, Dunker Church. Feel like I've seen this a lot over the past couple weeks, but I don't know.
About 12 times.
Yeah, only about 12 times. You know, there's only like 30 some maps in this game, but regardless of that, we'll see. Has the server size changed at all? It's about a 6-man imbalance. We're up to 255 people now. That's pretty hype. So, the big thing for CSA, Union cannot get a hold of that nipple, that corner position there, or get back into the woods. And so you'll see CSA on a bigger map like this, when they have more men, they can defend across the whole road, and you can see they're kind of doing that, except they're holding back in the woods. Really, the only group holding up on the road is the PB and Hantham's Legion. I don't know why I said that.
Well, it's usually all right to hold left out of the forest. You'll see a lot of people in the forest on the other side because, I mean, it's just cover. There's not as much cover on that side. This side, you got all these trees and a hill, and we can kind of see them before they get over the hill in front of us. So, as you see that group right there.
I feel like CSA would be better to hold on the road because the Union has to charge across an open field.
They do have the hill and the rocks, though, is what you got to be careful of.
I guess that is true, and we see Union kind of forming up there. But IVB out in front, MVP leading. It's NCO night for them. Following IVB, none other than 9th Corps. And they're going to try to hit the CSA on this side.
He's dumb little rebel.
All right, Shay, here we go.
Enter melee, enter melee.
Get close, boys. Get in close.
CSA reinforcements coming out of the woods. Union slamming. It looks like Union's taking the nipple as well. Artillery shooting. I don't know if that got anyone, but little resistance on the CSA center. And Union's going to take that position. Union's, though, slowly trickling in, and CSA is getting more reinforcements. Looks like CSA is going to win this encounter. But it really looks like this was more of a distraction as the Union center is taking out these artilleries, getting some nice out-of-line kills. Union getting destroyed on the right, but Union taking big gains because of that, distracting a lot of the CSA. And tickets are pretty relatively even at this point. Holding in the center for the Union, you see the 65th Illinois from TNA. In the center, though, 59th Ohio. I haven't seen that before. I see Iron Brigade. Lunch Lady, what a great game that is. And then we have Midwest Brigade and PA here as well.
I want you guys to stay over here. North. Oh, yeah.
There's CSA Rambo right there.
Shoot those fuckers.
Where are you talking about? The one right here? Oh. Oh, look at this Rambo. Huh.
Not that one, the other one. I spawned there.
Right. Yeah, but some Confederate guys are kind of pushing forward. We have Kevin here.
Kevin's got this. He's been running around there for a while. I was watching him earlier.
Great shot by Ninja.
Oh boy.
And Ninja's gonna keep
Can't
going.
afford this, Johnny Reb. You cannot afford this. Oh Jesus. Oh, you.
Oh,
missed,
new player,
bro.
level
Now you
100.
gonna die. Now you gonna die.
Level 100 wins.
Oh
You already know
yeah.
I swear.
I'm sorry, but if you thought Ninja was gonna be the level 100 player, you need to get your War of Rights logic fact checked here by Snopes. But CSA falling back on that left side, Union right. But yeah, it's really just a stand. So Union's probably going to try to reform, get their men up from spawn. You can see they're starting to move out. But Union's got to reform and hit them again.
Not a lot of them left up there. What happened to all of them?
The CSA?
I didn't think really many people were hitting them.
And no, Union didn't send a lot of men on that right side. They're starting to move back over there. You can see Iron Brigade moving to those center rocks from the nipple. 79th New York and 9th Corps, and I think IVB's in the back. They are indeed. And they're going to be pushing forward here, probably trying to take this corner. CSA in the woods. You see Wilkes here from the good old Hamptons Legion. Assassin from Hood's division. Looks like he's scouting for their group. But Hood's division guys shooting towards the center.
They're getting chewed up over there, so I think it's working.
Yeah, Union is slowly, numbers are diminishing. Union artillery team killing. Wow. I guess Union artillery finally getting good hits on this map. What a shame.
On their own team.
Yeah. Next artillery
Perfect
shot hitting more of their teammates.
What are they doing? They get the team kill alert, so I'm confused on what's happening with their communication.
They shot one, they hit their guys. They're like, oh, let's aim another gun here. What's the worst that can happen? CSA pushing back out. On this left side as IVB starts to push in. 9th Corps, 79th appear to be falling back, but IVB heavily outnumbered here. Unsupported. Both shots being shot up. But
oh my god.
IVB is just, they're all by themselves.
Mostly dead, too.
Yeah. Elite Skirmisher here, getting a point-blank kill, and yeah, no, IVB getting pretty much wiped. CSA still down by tickets a little bit. More Union. What are we doing? A little late. 9th Corps, I guess they're just going to kind of shoot here, but they are heavily outnumbered. Will Union artillery blunder again? That is the billion-dollar question. Speaking of which, so we were seeing our numbers earlier. Union has about 18 men on artillery.
Yeah, that's not good for them.
No. Because
they're already down, what, 5 people?
5 people. You're basically at a 23-man imbalance right now, infantry-wise. And the way the CSA are positioning themselves, artillery for the Union will not be helpful whatsoever. Because, I mean, the most exposed the CSA is on that right side. And I guess Union can kind of shoot that way. They're hard shots, but Union's, for the most part, focusing on the center. They're actually turning some of their guns. I like that.
Maybe they'll get some more team kills.
Well, at least we're not the only ones.
Yeah, no, Union artillery hitting the center again. Union artillery hitting this right side, but overshooting. The artillery guys are laughing that they're team killing.
Good.
Another Union artillery shot overshooting on the right.
Use the defilade for cover.
That Union Arty's struggling today. Maybe they shouldn't have 18 people on Arty.
I don't know. They're hitting their shots.
Well, I guess hitting it is hitting it. If you see red mist, it's a good thing, no matter who it hits.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I kind of wish team kill bans were on. It'd be funny to see.
Jeez. CSA pulling further back in the woods. I guess you have some Union guys hiding in the woods. Who is it? Will we see them?
We'll teach you later. Fuck you guys.
There's one more Ripper here. From Shenandoah Valley Regulars. There's a lot of team stabbing actually happening, so maybe the 5 tickets were worth it. I mean, Union is still ahead. Union artillery still almost hitting their friendlies. If that
beautiful to
if
watch.
that fuse was like half a second longer, they would have blown them all up. And Union starting to fall back. More guys to the center. What is the Union artillery doing?
Really surprising that the tickets are these close when this many people on Union have been getting team killed and just shot in general.
I know. Like, Union infantry is doing about a 6 out of 10. Like, they're not doing terrible. They're doing okay. But this Union artillery is just dampening everything. Where'd that shot even go? Where are the guns shooting?
I actually have no clue.
Where are you shooting? I see guns. I don't...
There was an explosion by the church.
Oh, okay. These 2 shots were just kind of hit at the church. But, sirs, where are you shooting your guns? Oh, I guess they're...
Hopefully not towards me.
I think they're shooting to the right of the church. And that's probably why we didn't see them, because they hit behind. But Union guns getting a little closer. They're making their way downtown.
God damn it. We're not heading friendlies anymore.
And A and V kind of slowly falling back here. Maybe want to avoid the Union artillery. Another Union gun missing. That's the thing. People show these great artillery shots. But at the same time, it's like, how many of these bad shots did we see before we saw one good shot? Union charging, though, on this left side again. CSA pushing out at them. Union's just ticket farming. IVB in here. They're, again, charging by themselves. 9th Corps, who I assume is on the right. Are they charging in now? They're charging in. They're so behind. Or IVB was too early. Regardless, it needs to be together. It's not, and both sides are going to get defeated in detail.
Unfortunate.
But Confederate's hitting engage first.
I don't know how Union has managed to stay ahead here. I mean, it feels like they're getting destroyed, but it's not.
I would agree. Union hitting engage, so they're pretty close. Trying to get some flanking shots here. We have the Mississippi Brigade and 4th NC Cav. They're now falling back. Union artillery not being effective.
All in that corner again, so hopefully no misfires.
4 team kills.
Shoot them bastards!
Smoky to the right, getting into those guys.
Do a charge.
Getting their attention, right? Yeah, be careful though.
I think it's a great
There are still people by the church.
Yeah, get into these woods and then push them from the woods.
Oh no, boy.
They are indeed. CSA, though, for the most part, are hiding back in the woods. I mean, the Union infantry, IUB 9th Corps keeps trying to hit this right side. I don't know why they should forward with their teammates and him in the center. King Bobby here from PA. I think they're trying to find a Rambo. Yeah.
I think
The
it's
most
just us.
Union
Where's everybody
aggression we've seen all day.
else? Oh shit.
More Union. Huzzah to that. They're going to hit 5th NC.
Hit him,
Oh, hi, Doug.
hit him, boys. Hit him.
Fifth NC again. You're about to get wiped
Fuck
out.
you, Doug.
Fuck you, you enemy lad.
Get over here. You fucking dead, boy.
Lincoln dictate,
son of a
bitch?
Press
T, you dumb
Bro,
There's an
you're
officer!
fucking
Shoot
white.
that
Sexual illegal, you war criminal.
Rebels coming from the northwest! Hold the ground!
USA fall back. Oh, wow. Fucking run this flag right through these bitches. Out of goddamn way.
Man, fuck your flag, I'm gonna use it for house wipe, big boy.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Gotta love the chatter.
I love the chatter. Why is war rights a great game? Great English. The
I died.
voice chat. Oh, that was it from that man. Jeez. What a game this is. Imagine how let loose if you could talk to your enemies.
It's pretty sick.
But I kind of get why they don't do it. So again, the Union describes insanity in this clear example of, again, trying to go down the right side. IVB pushing forward, though. CSA haven't really reacted yet because of that Union charge in the center. And so this time, they'll be able to get here successfully. Now the question is, are they stopping? Nope, they're going.
Going around this time, though.
Yeah, they are indeed. Union, I think, is just trying to get a ticket lead here.
They already have a pretty decent one, actually.
They do indeed. That charge from that middle group was very decisive. This charge, I don't think will be as effective. We'll see, though. And mostly just because they're outnumbered, CSA have kind of reformed. That other one was kind of a surprise where CSA were spread out, and you could see CSA kind of dominated this. 9th Corps coming in late again.
It's still chewing through their tickets, though. I mean, it's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. It really is, and Union still has control of the center.
And I think Union already is still firing at the church, which is surprising because there's nobody around it.
Yeah. Union Artillery, I'm asking for one gift and one gift only. A beautiful team kill. They almost just hit them. That shot just went right over their heads.
Triple quick.
But PA is going to push
And they're
into the
going
woods
where
here.
they just shot.
Yeah. They want to get hit. We have Tate here, the top G here, running away from PA. I don't know why CSA guys are still spawning in artillery. And 4th NC Cavs about to run right into the enemy.
5th NC getting fucking wiped again.
You guys love getting
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro.
Are you kidding me, Johnny Rap, dude?
bro.
4th NC getting wiped. PB, it looks like a couple of their guys are out here. I don't know if they're scouting, but Rooster, from TNA. We'll see. Will he get shot point blank? Misses his first shot. Gets his second shot. Goes down. His friendlies, though, will get that kill. CSA is going to hit taking losses.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
ANV moving in.
Hit him. These are all enemies all in front of us on the main road.
Huncho speaking like he's bidding something off.
Hit him.
Or he's Ben Shapiro, either or. Talking very, very fast.
Watch fire. Full kids. We're shifting.
We've seen Huncho take more of an officer role within the past couple weeks. You'll love to see that. But Confederates almost are taking losses. They still have full control of the woods. CSA really hasn't lost any ground.
Open to see a CSA turtle. To go.
Friendly.
I'll lay down turtle.
Same here, but you know, it's a goal. Come on, shoot him.
Right to left, behind the church. Roger that, hey.
Gold.
But CSA, they're not turtle.
Oh! Union Army!
I'm sorry, who fired that gun? These guys are acting like they don't...
Battery up and on. Drum.
They're so mad.
I'm not even watching chat. What's going on? I've been having...
So if we... Yeah, we shot the front of the church twice. Did anyone get any
Why are y'all
team
shooting the
kills?
church? Quit shooting the church, goddammit. Aim at the end.
They were
Aim at the
We're
enemy.
talking about shooting the front of the church.
Well,
It
they're
did
not- they
nothing.
don't
I was inside of the
understand
church.
what's going on, man, because the enemy's not at the church. The main formation
where the shots
is over on the right-hand side of the map.
We shot
gonna
the
go
church
check
just
where the
now.
enemy
My
is.
crewman never got any team kills.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay,
I'm gonna
fine,
run
yes.
forward for y'all.
I mean, there's
No.
There's
need
two
you.
fucking
Did
batteries.
y'all
So
see
who
all
are they
that
yelling
smoke
at?
over there?
You!
They're shooting. That's where the main
Oh
formation
my
is.
goodness!
Okay, so church is clear.
Kill is kill.
None of us are shot.
I'm
That's
bombarding
why-
This
them.
Artie is trying to sell and they don't even know it.
No, they're...
Like we put 2 rounds in the church.
This deserves to be on one of your clips.
No. This is insane.
It would help if they stopped charging into.
No accountability for team kills.
No.
Do what?
It would help if they stopped charging into where they.
This is very true. Like, why do they call for help and then
Because these guys
charge
led by
within 10
jackasses.
seconds? Like,
Oh,
it takes at least a second for our shells to fly over there.
I think they might be masochists or their commanders are sadists.
Oh, they're definitely masochists.
I think that's what they're going to see now. But they're blaming infantry for being aggressive and pushing up there. They've continually hit them for over 5 to 8 minutes. What a shame. Oh my goodness. That's... You know, if you ever wanted to convince me that artillery is worth it. No. Anyways, back to the fight.
It's not nearly as entertaining as what I was just listening to.
Xxin, get your loads while you can.
Gangs are behind the church.
Smokey like
Our artillery people are in a place of their own. Most of them. But regardless of all these team kills, Union's about almost a half morale stage ahead.
Oh no, PA.
But I mean, Union's just going to try to force them down to breaking. I won't be surprised if we see breaking Union artillery hitting the church. Actually, no, they hit in the woods. Wow. I mean, a heck of a job by Union infantry so far. They've played this. Actually, it's not a 6 out of 10, more like an 8 out of 10. They're winning this game pretty dominantly with 18 men fighting against them on the run team.
How drunk are you?
I think I actually want to give more credit to the Union artillery for single-handedly carrying the game.
Carrying the game. More Union shots almost hitting their friendlies. Again. I'm sorry. I don't even know anymore.
Aim low, boys. Aim low.
PA pushing forward. Looks like they're really the only ones kind of pushing in. You've seen some other Union groups, but PA's been the one mostly pushing forward here.
I'm good.
Union hitting, taking losses. It really doesn't mean a whole lot, though. They're so far ahead.
What do you mean? This is winnable.
No. CSA's got a turtle, and Union's charging. IVB is. I like to see the aggression.
Only
Beautiful
matters if
CS.
Savvy gets involved.
Oh, yes. CSA line in the woods. Absolutely beautiful. A lot of these shots missing, at least the group that I'm watching. But this is what the Union needs to do. They need to hit the enemy. Sure, they're not going to win this charge. However, it'll force their enemy down to breaking, which is what you need to do. I mean, CSA is down to a fourth of the way. More Union pushing in here. That being 9th Corps.
Oh my God, they're all
I just have so many more tickets left than CSA, so
Yeah.
no real way to come out of this on top. But
No, it's almost a whole morale stage difference. Like, honestly, how is CSA losing this many tickets?
one can always hope.
Union, pre-cap the point. Do it. Send 3 guys. 4 guys. For some reason, except for like last round, which is the first time I've seen it in a while, pre-capping has like slowly been faded out. I don't know why.
In hopes that, you know, I guess they don't charge. I have no. Or I guess they don't cap early. Because, you know, it might happen. You never know.
That is true. You can. But, like, just send 3 guys on point. Tell them a simple job. Simply cap the point. These CSA guys are running into PA.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, there's an artillery mat.
Thank you, Webb.
No, Kevin. Kevin was a church buddy of mine. In the church to your left.
Oh, I see. I see. Dude, you're by a level 100 player.
I know, it feels great to be in his presence.
I know, you're basically like a level 80 now.
Gotta love the level jump.
Indeed. The buff they give you. So Union slowly capping. These 3 guys are capping the point. Union's not even really trying to cap. Union can probably really just push them down the last stand. We saw this last round. But CSA's starting to shift. They're shifting more and more to behind the church. They're probably going to charge out last second here. Or maybe not. We could see CSA starting to push down this far left side, the snake fence. Union guy died trying to enter that church.
My church.
And it is no longer Dunker Church. It's Shade Church. CSA charging out now. More Union reinforcements pouring into this corner, though. But CSA pouring in from numerous sides. I don't know why we see Union on the top left side of your screen. I don't know why they're holding out there. Literally go anywhere else. Push up. Union artillery not helping. It looks like CSA is going to win this again, but they're halfway down to last stand. So I really Yeah, no, there's really no way CSA is going to be able to win this game.
They got this. I defended the church. They could still win.
They could still win. Union Artillery finally getting a CSA kill.
Let's go.
1 kill. And
They didn't get a lot of kills this game. Their KD is high.
their KD is indeed high. They have killed a lot of people. And have themselves died once or twice. 9th Corps and 79th New York, really the only Union left. They're kind of not near point. Let's hear the artillery. What are they talking about?
It's the best RD in the game right there.
Oh, by far.
Leg is fucked.
They're getting shots decently off. But I think it'd be cool to have a big arty competition on Nico Hill.
Yeah, that would be an interesting competition.
Everyone goes artillery. It'd be great. If you
300 man RD server?
Yeah. If you die, you can't spawn back in.
Oh my god. Pick a patrol RD?
That would be fun. People would just be running around waiting to get onto a gun. They just wait for people to die and then they continue going. But CSA kind of falling back in the woods, trying to avoid artillery.
They're gonna do the same thing of get them to, final stand or whatever. And then
Final stand?
Last stand. A mix of the last two.
I mean, final stand, last push. They work.
It does work.
That right there is the reason.
Last and final can be used either way.
Good job, Union Artillery. The good old miss.
They're shooting at nothing, as they have been for 90% of this game, but...
No, they haven't been shooting at nothing. They've been shooting at their teammates. Get it right.
when they hit their teammates. And then there's the times where they've just been shooting at the church and trying to hit me, but, it never kills me.
Why would you try to destroy the Dunker Church?
Shade Church. Keep in mind.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Such historical things need to stay. The Union in Matt. I probably butchered that. I'm sorry, Sevi. On Moss, or whatever how the heck you say it. I don't know. But Union forming up, playing some good old tunes.
They'll die the moment they come over that hill.
I can believe it. Some Union guys, TNA guys, they're actually starting to pre-cap the point. What a shot by Shade!
Wait, I killed him?
Yeah, you killed him!
Oh no! Beautiful.
Beautiful. That was amazing.
I shot through a bench, so I couldn't even see him.
That was a beautiful shot. Whoever, ANV, promote this man higher than Major General, I think. Is that the rank that you have right now?
Yeah, well, I think I'm more of a volunteer Major General, but
okay.
We'll see where that goes.
I think you should be recruited to, or promoted to recruit Major General.
Ooh.
Big gains, big gains. I don't know why the Union's kind of sitting back. At this point, all your infantry is here. Look at Collector go. This is the true War of Rights experience. What a good song to be playing here as you're about to win pretty decisively, despite certain friendlies. I mean... CSA starting to push forward here. They're going to fall in the last stand very shortly, and Union's going to have a joyous of a day. Why did that guy pick up the flag for CSA? Why is the CSA falling back? Gun killing nobody. Just actually killed one. Knocking people down. Why did the CSA run up, take shots, and run back?
Pretty sick volley there, because I think they know that nothing matters what they do anymore, so regardless here, they're probably going to die. Not me, though.
Of course.
Hold the church.
Shade will hold the church to the last man. Again, why is Union's not going? Why are we vibing?
I'm hoping to see some HDC gameplay here where they pick time towards the point to make the game outlast another 10 minutes.
TNA, first ones to move up to this nipple position. Yeah, Confederate artillery missing, so it looks like both sides have the same issues. But TNA is going up. They have claimed the nipple. They have claimed it. They're now getting shots very close. Rest of the Union still holding back in the center.
They're not just going to try to, like, push in and just kill them all, because I think they can.
They probably can. It's starting to rain. Despite the very limited cloudy day and mostly sun, it has decided to rain. And Noah for 4th NC Cav charging in. These are the tears of the rebel soldiers that have failed to win today.
They won the first round. That's all that matters.
Oh, I don't remember that. Anyways, 4th NC Cav just having some fun. They're kind of just charging in on their own. Jake here from State Farm getting a kill. More CSA kind of charging. CSA is kind of done here. HD Guys Hazard. What a man. Charging out. Kind of dying. Union slowly pushing more and more men up near the point. They're not capping it though.
Oh my god.
I don't know why.
Massacre.
Yeah, here they go. Union starting to push forward. Whisper at the church. Getting knocked out. Oh, Union artillery! The church cannot be taken! I repeat, the church cannot be taken! Shade has friends from all sides, including Union artillery.
My church. You can't hit me through that window.
Wow. So Union's starting to move a couple guys by point. Now Union as a whole starting to move towards the point. CSA coming out of the woods. And this should essentially do it for this round. I don't see why Union should lose this charge. Point going in favor. The good old Gettysburg music being played here. Church still in control of the CSA. You see Shade here in the corner. Intense fighting in the church. Jeez.
Drop the flag. You know we'd be him.
You really do. But someone's playing. It's Christmas in July, ladies and gentlemen. Don't care about the president.
Butt naked.
They would have banned you in a certain event for playing that music. I don't know.
You want to drop the name?
No, they know. But anyways, that's more of an inside joke for the Collectoid. Rivers here. Rivers should be demoted for that. Missing a point blank shots and getting killed. It's many cases here.
Maybe a already shot hitting the front of the church soon, as they have.
I know, like this would be the perfect opportunity.
But no, they want a team kill anyways. They're helping me defend the church. Oh, there I go to an already shot.
More rain coming in.
Boring.
But is that Volunteer Pearl? It's Volunteer Pearl. Who's playing this religious music here in the church? Oh yeah, just as Shade said, butt naked. But a couple of these CSA guys, they're just enjoying themselves, charging out. MB, love it. Smokey here. What a man. What a man indeed. And these Union guys are just sitting back. So who's the brave ones here? You tell me.
CSA, they also held the church successfully. Therefore, this is a CSA victory.
It is a, what's it called? Where you lose a fight, but you lose it, like, amazingly. I forgot
Valiant.
the word. Valiant.
I don't know. Valiant. Like, all I know is they never took the church, and I successfully defended it. That's all that matters.
Oh, for sure. We still have time in the round, though. So, you never know.
Once these guys die, though,
what do you mean you're defending the church? There's one Union guy in the church.
Who let him in there?
refuge.
Bussy's
I
gonna.
want refuge.
Bussy's
I want
talking.
You're good.
refuge.
You're good. You're
Just
good.
kidding. I don't want refuge. I want to kill you.
Yeah.
The CSA have retaken the church.
I'm still alive. I
Close
live.
the door.
Get ready. Close the door.
So there might be a. This actually looks sick. A couple of Union guys in the distance, in the rain.
Oh no. You hear me, Ninja? I fucking hope you hear me, Ninja.
Check inside the church.
Huncho, please keep talking. Anyways, they're going for the
Clear
church.
out the church.
Hello.
House clearing drill.
Oh no.
FBI, open up.
Poster.
And that is it.
They didn't get inside.
They didn't get inside. Shades, your thoughts for the round?
Well played by the Union. I mean, they were just killing them the entire game. Had Union already obviously the biggest help, but beyond that, yeah.
No, I agree with that entirely. Great, great 2 rounds tonight. Fun to watch. A little annoying at some points, but you know that. We know that. We all know that. But yeah, good way to kick off the weekend. Excited, covering a lot of events. It'll be great. A thing of beauty. I'm just kind of talking, stalling while this thing goes down. I have really nothing else to say.
Union artillery carried. That's all you need to know.
By far. If
Look
you
at all
disagree
those
with that,
shots. Look at the shots killing them.
jeez. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the post-game interview. Here we are with the post-game interview for the NA Friday night fights. 2 good rounds, a 1-1 split. First map on Cook's countercharge. CSA won decisively. We saw Dunker Church the second round. USA won. A bit of interesting things happened with Union Artillery, but you obviously saw that in tonight's event. So we have leaders here to talk about strategy and more. So let's go through our Union leaders. First, we got Tommy.
Hey, I'm Tommy, leading the 51st Pennsylvania now. It's a subdivision of Burnside's 9th Corps. Good to be here.
And we got Rooster.
Major Rooster of the 23rd New York Volunteers. We're one of the head units in TNA.
I'm glad to have you here. On the Confederate side tonight, first we had Huncho.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Honcho Ed back in C. Glad to be here.
Got Smokey.
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Smokey, 2nd MS, part of MB, Yee.
Got Metal.
Major Metal of the 2nd MS of the Mississippi Brigade. It's my first time in here, so please be gentle.
We got Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud from Quantrill's Raiders, part of Hood's Division.
And we got Xxin.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Xxin. I'm part of 5th Texas, which is a part of HD.
So, thank you all for introducing yourselves. Let's go to the first round Cook's countercharge. CSA was attacking, so we'll start with you guys. What was your strategy to attack the Cook's counterattack, and how did you guys react to the battlefield?
I know HD, HL, and PB were tasked with pushing up CSA left, Union right, and then Huncho with 5th and C, and Smokey in the middle. Yeah, A and V, and then 4th and C were tasked with going up the right in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think they met some pretty stiff resistance at that hill. So we were able to take a ton of ground once that was communicated that they had majority numbers. Because we had probably between the units on the left, we had somewhere around like 70, 75 guys with us. So we were able to take all that ground all the way up to their spawn, basically. And that's that's pretty much where the ticket and balance started getting exponentially larger, I think.
Yeah, I'd say I'd agree with that too. I know me and A and V, we were tasked with pushing through the corn, and we already knew we were going to meet some stiff resistance. It's like you never go without resistance right there on the Victory Hill corn fence. I kind of put us out. I put us right in the spot where I thought we would jump out on them, but they're a little bit closer than I expected. But hey, fuck it, it happens. We got fucking ate up. Kept doing it a little bit, then rotated us, I think, next to Metals boys and with 4th North Carolina as well. Then from there we just started hitting them up from right there and whatnot. And then I think at one point HD pulled up right by us. Am I right, Cloud?
No, we stayed
right.
on the left majority of the time.
I think
Are
that
you
was
talking
just
about
somebody
when
else.
you were in the? Yeah, it might have been one of our skirm groups that.
Okay,
pulled up,
yeah, but yeah. Then I told them, well, I suggested that if they could, well, someone over there pretty much spawn trapped them, and that those guys out there held out for a little bit, for a good while, honestly. Then push my people closer towards the point in a little rocky outcrop, bushy area. We started shooting on them, Victory Hill, and I think it's pretty much just that shootout was just in our favor most of that match. And towards the end there, like right before we put them into breaking, me and Metal, we like organized a good little charge right there, caught them with their pants down, and conversion on point, got wiped, but it helped us, our favor, to put them into the last stand. But yeah, I don't know, Mississippi, if y'all want to say anything.
Oh yeah, right off the bat there when we went through the corn, MB 4th North Carolina, AMV, and 5th North Carolina, we met 2 regiments at the fence with 1 reserve, so we were fighting 3 regiments. I want to say after 2 tries of that, we ended up pulling back MB, and we went to the center next to the caissons, and we started doing volley fire at Victory Hill. We ended up catching 1 Union regiment off guard. We hit them in the left flank, whittled them down quite a bit while ANV and 5th NC were still in the corn. Kept shooting on the Victory Hill at the 1 Union regiment, and that we drained their tickets with volleys. It was beautiful. That charge was fantastic. It was a good start to a snowball that just kept rolling to our victory. It was fantastic.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Smokey, you have anything to add?
Negative. The corn is always a death trap in that match. That's all I got to add.
All right. Thank you, guys. So let's go to the Union. What was your guys' strategy to defend on Cook's countercharge? And how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Yeah, our plan was to pretty much just split into 2 more or less equal wings. One on the right, centered around that crossroads on the straight around the snake rail fences on the road. The other on the left, our left wing is going to push up far forward, do a forward defense. We were going to try to draw them in on the right wing, then hence remove them with the left wing. We almost achieved that at one point, at one time about halfway through the match, but it just didn't really pan out. Once the Rebs started really pushing up that road on our right flank is when, that's at least where my unit was, where 9th Corps was. That's when we really started feeling the pressure. So really good job to the Rebs who were working that road. You never let up. It was a big fight there, and eventually our ticket drain just became too much, so we had to pull back, just redeployed to the center, and we were pretty much, at least from my point of view, we were just fighting for the cap that entire time. I will say, though, this round had one of the best glorious small unit last stands I've ever seen. Like, there were just 6 or 7 final Union survivors. We'd already gone into last stand. We managed to hold off that one final Reb charge. Then it was just 6 guys defending 1 flag at the very end. It was beautiful to see.
Yeah, that was beautiful. When they said we didn't win that, I was like, how the fuck didn't we win that at all?
Yeah,
we have no idea.
So the CSA comms, when that happened and the point was still fully blue, we thought y'all probably had like a sizable force still there. So that's why we all regrouped before coming back in.
Yeah, that screenshot I posted in the coordination Discord, that was it.
That's great.
Like, because I also have no idea how we ended up winning that big charge there, because we were in last stand. We weren't getting any reinforcements in there. I died towards the beginning of it, and I kind of checked out. And then when I looked back, there were 30 Rebs all on point, and then suddenly there were just 6 Union guys. So there's some filthy carpetbagging Yankee hacks that we pulled.
Yeah, it was bayonets and go until we got to the point, and we're like, all right, hold on a second. We don't know what's over there. We just prepared for the worst.
Yeah, I think we geared up at 13:30 to step off to fucking kill what was up there.
Yeah, Metal, is that when we stopped on the rocks on that Victory Hill? And
Yeah,
got
that's
our
correct.
Yep. Waited for him. Y'all should have charged over. We were fucked if you would have charged, dude.
Yeah, all 6 badass motherfuckers. Oh, sorry. Can I swear in this, Eagle?
Yeah.
This is a Christian service, so watch your goddamn
But yeah, Cook's countercharge it's a tough map for Union. because you can't be just setting yourself up to where you're trading one-on-one, whether in charges or in gunfights. And it's really hard to position your team to where you're not just trading one-on-one. But I thought it was a good, really well-played round from both sides.
Yeah, that. TNA was on the left side of the map in the corn with, I believe it was SR, PA, and a new regiment we hadn't played with before, 7th New York, I believe it was.
79th.
Yeah,
New
the
York
Highlanders.
Yeah.
So you're the one that was giving us problems. Bastard.
Yeah, we had a very strong initial defense. The guys who engaged us in the corn, we managed to keep their flags down for a good while before they managed to pull them back. We had a very strong start, but as soon as the right started getting pushed back, it slowly started to disintegrate. We just kept having to pull further and further back so we didn't get sandwiched.
Yeah, we probably held too long on that right flank. We lost a lot of tickets that we didn't have to lose.
Yeah.
We should have just fallen back sooner.
Well,
Yeah, I think even.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Doug was confused on why y'all were still saying that he was on our team. He's like, why are they still here? Because you could just see we were shooting y'all down from where he was.
TNA had tried to shift over to the right to try to pincer that force that was assaulting PA, and I believe it was IBB. But we got caught in the middle by a unit that pushed through the Union artillery and ended up getting wiped by them. But overall, it was a good fight. We had a great last stand. We managed to repel the first charge. Second one whittled us down to 6 men. And, I think it's safe to say that was one of the best Union defenses of Cooks I've seen.
I had a much better time with that glorious loss than I would have with a boring turtling win.
Yeah, likewise.
So sad. Praise the turtle. Anyways, let's move to the second round now. Dunker Church Union was attacking, so we'll start with you guys. What was your strategy to attack the Dunker Church, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Again, we were splitting up into 2 wings. My unit, 9th Corps, was pushing with IVB, and I think the 79th New York Highlanders. We were just pushing on the far right. We had a pretty tough time of it for pretty much the entire battle, but I feel like we peeled enough rebs off to that far right flank in the trees that TNA and PA and our allies were able to really get a good position dug in tight in the center. There were some artillery shenanigans. I'll just leave it at that. But overall, I think it was just us getting that good consolidated position in the center that really just allowed us to establish an early ticket lead, and also just be in a really good position for a lot of those like short to medium range shootouts that happen a lot of the time on Dunker Church. I know IVB's not here right now, but shout out to IVB. We had a lot of fun teaming up with them, charging in on the right. None of our charges succeeded, but they were all really fun. But yeah, great job to everybody involved. That was a fun round at Dunker Church. And Eagle, you better have caught the team-wide quick time charge over the hill towards point at the end.
Oh no, I don't remember.
Oh no. Well, if you didn't catch it, it happened. You'll just have to take my word for it.
I believe you.
Yeah, TNA had gone up the middle with PA, IB, and SR, and we, thanks to the push on the right side, most of their forces were diverted over there, so we made it to the nipple with hardly any opposition, aside from their cannoneers and a few infantry. And that's where we stayed for a bulk of the match. We tried to shoot it out with the right side, try to relieve our forces as best we could. They had diverted a number of their units to the left side of the church, which harried us pretty good. Aside from a few already mishaps, we managed to hold the nipple pretty well for a majority of the game. They tough. Go ahead.
So I was about to say you made it up to the nipple at just just before the Dunker Church without any resistance, you actually encountered pretty significant resistance from our own artillery.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a mole or something, but I think there was somebody working for the enemy because a good 6 times in a row we just got pounded on that nipple by our homeboys.
No,
But,
oh, sorry, you go.
we managed to, once we regathered our forces, we made some forays into the wood line towards that west-northwestern side, and we managed to get a few of their men caught off guard, enveloped them. It was mostly just hit and run from there, trying to whittle down tickets. Eventually, we did get pushed off the nipple near the end, right when they hit braking. But we regrouped at the center at Victory Hill and managed to get them down to last stand. Then it was pretty much just done from there.
Yeah, and very well played to CSA, although you didn't make it easy for us.
What I was gonna say is the Union artillery knew they were getting complaints about team kills, but completely disregarded them as insane. It was.
You can see when you've team killed people.
Yeah, they were complaining that you guys were pushing up too far, and they thought they said they were shooting the church, but they weren't shooting the church. They were hitting the nipple. I don't know, but
I mean, I get team kills happen. They're always funny once you get out of the moment and people aren't angry anymore.
Yeah.
So like, no hard feelings to anybody who was team killing, and just try not to do it again.
No, they should be demoted.
It's funny the first couple shots, but when you start racking them up like that, it's pretty egregious.
Yep.
Oh yeah, a guy in my regiment, he once got a 28-man team kill on Hooker's Push. He wiped out almost all of 20th New York.
Well, let's put it this way: if team kills hadn't been disabled, we wouldn't have had artillery.
Yeah. Also, why did you guys have like 20 dudes on artillery?
I don't know.
I believe at the max we had 10 guys, and we thought they were going to be our ace in the hole. But turns out I'd imagine about a quarter of our casualties came from them.
That's true.
Well, to be fair to Union artillery, they did whoop us a bunch as well.
Near the end, I saw for myself there was a few good hits on the guys that were on the fence right ahead of the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, when we were charging around toward like a whole Union line just get wiped, and I'm like, oh god. It's like, really, I said, thank you, Lord. Kind of helped us. Not really, but it was funny from my point of view.
It was just like that scene in The Patriot where Cornwallis just orders the British artillery to fire on their own men.
Yeah.
There was some coarse language exchanged in the officers' chat, but other than that.
I didn't see no Union artillery TKs. So.
You will see it in the replay. I got numerous. It was great. It was kind of funny. But yeah, let's move to the CSA. You guys were defending the Dunker Church. So what was you guys' strategy, and how did you guys react to the overchange of battlefield?
I know we were tasked with holding the left again, with the HL guys and PB. So Tommy, that was us that you kept dealing with in those charges. So sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it was a blast. Your guys, actually, props to your guys' artillery. Like Zed was saying, they did land at least 2 really clean shots on our infantry while we were hiding in the woods. And then I know at one point when we reacted to go help in the middle, a shot went through the woods behind the church and hit in the middle of the line that was moving. So they had their TKs, but they did have their moments too. They probably just weren't caught because the more action was the guys getting TK'd. But yeah, we were just tasked with holding the left, and then when we went in the braking, we went up, cleared the nipple, and then just tried to survive until we hit last stand.
Yeah, and pretty much kind of like off of them, 5th NC and A and V were holding the middle right behind the church. Think Mississippi and 4th NC, they were the far right. We'll say that we did good on both parts when they needed us. We all moved as one. Whoever, A and V and 5th NC moved to the left on some charges. We caught Ninja in the act of trying to sneak behind us. We tore him up. Fuck Ninja. All right, give me my Lamat. We kept it close, I will say. So, really hoping for a final push, last stand. We tried to force, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what happened. Like came because when we hit last stand, they just barely hit breaking. It's really bad. But yeah.
Anyone else?
I would have to second with that CSA artillery. Not CSA artillery, but Union artillery. They had us moving in the back. MB was constantly there. Obviously, Provost, he was in the infantry line, and he was like a chime in my ear. He's like, "Hey, they're zooming in. They're zeroing in. Blah blah blah." So we were doing a lot of movement. There towards the later half, middle half of the game, MB ended up kind of just securing the backside as best we could of the church, left and right. Like I said, there was a lot of movement there. Once we kind of clinked up with HD and we were on their right and they had our left there, everybody else was kind of moving off to the right. That's when things were going good. There was constant chatter in RCC about how well we were doing. We were doing good. We did great, and I take that as a dub for CSA, regardless of the union chatter on TKs and things like that. We did very good. That initial push when we were in last stand from the union, we had the flank very well. MB tore the shit out of the union going behind and in the front of the church, I should say. We were just over there lighting you guys up, and it was one wave, and then a second wave came in, and it was glorious to sit there and shoot you guys, man. We needed that from Battleline Network and the losses we sustained the last couple of weeks. We absolutely needed a good shootout, a good competitive match, even though we lost. Metal won us the first one. CSA won the first one. MB needed that tonight. I needed that myself. Good job all around. Too bad we didn't win that Dunker Church. It would have been glorious.
Though I will say, as for any map on either side, CSA or USA, communication is key. Good communication, good lines, voice lines, even runners if necessary. It's vital to us. We need to know where to go, when to go, how to go. And that was a big priority for us on the first map, which is probably why we did so well. We had a good plan, we stuck to it, and we talked constantly. Not just rambling, it was good information, solid information. Even on the second map. It was a vital part to us holding out as long as we did against the Union, and Dunker Church is very difficult to win as CSA. But yeah, shout out to the Union for that. Good job.
I told MB in our AR, I said, basically when CC is smooth and communicative, it wins the day. Not long pauses, but slight pauses are good for CC. It allows everybody to understand their discords and shit. It's nice. The less people, the better.
If the plan is going well and you're winning all your fights,
yeah.
A lot of the times there's just no need to really be talking much in Steam chat.
Yeah, and on the CSA side, like Ed was talking about, where we hit last stand and they were barely in breaking. When CSA gets grouped up like that towards like we did towards the end of the match, it becomes down to a death by 1,000 paper cuts. If we're not in the right position at the right time, doing exactly what we need, if we're like 2 inches to the left, that's a huge sum of tickets when it comes to Dunker, and it chunks the CSA.
I mean, I don't know about me personally, but I don't like dead air in Steam chat. I will ask, how's the right flank? How's the left flank? How are you boys doing up there? What's it look like? I want to know. I want to know what the battlefield looks like when I'm not there.
I did notice you did that quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it helps because we were a floater. And
he learns from the best, don't he, Cloud? Right?
Must have come from must have come from Provost then.
Yeah, 38, right?
Yeah.
One
But yeah, I will say though. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you go, Huncho.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, like even though like we realized we were in last stand, we didn't give up that fucking point fucking as fast as they probably wanted us to. We fucking were giving it to them, fucking throwing the door at them if we need. But yeah, if it was any closer, I would have fucking put everybody up on the damn hill, but it really wasn't. Even though I was yelling in our Steam chat to do it.
Well, even if it's looking like we're not going to win, I want to make it as difficult as possible for them to win.
Yeah,
I felt like
and we
both rounds
yes we
tonight
did.
had really good last stands, really long
Yeah.
last stands.
Indeed. So, one question I have to everyone. Why do we keep seeing Dunker Church in so many matches as of late?
Thank you. Fucking get a life, all right?
I guess there's only 2 Union people here. I mean, Union chose the map.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any reason behind it, but holy crap. It's like
I have a theory.
Yeah.
You're gay.
So okay.
Don't play.
I get that.
It's cool. However, CSA has had to deal with struggles in the past. The game's not a balanced game. We all know this. And it's in my understanding that CSA has actually had to deal with more trials and tribulations in the past before the patches and the updates and everything else. And for us that have been CSA since the very beginning, we have learned, especially as officers, we have learned the strategies and the communication issues, and we've been able to cut them down and simplify it. And when you put a bunch of badass CSA old school motherfuckers together, you're not going to win. And I will hone in on that to the day I die. You won't beat a bunch of old school CSA guys. You can bring in all the old school Union guys you want from any event, private event, whatever, from public events. It don't matter. CSA is going to win. Just because of that, we haven't been dealt the blessing of the game, if you will. And I think that's why CSA ultimately does better, and that's why Union picks Dunker Church, because they know it's almost a guaranteed fucking win. There's only been a handful of times in my life where CSA has won Dunker Church, and it's mostly been pubby with the inexperience. Not knocking on Union experience or anything like that, but I know that we've Eagle. We had the conversation a couple weeks ago when we were doing the maps and stuff like that with not river crossing, but Burnside Bridge. Guaranteed, CSA good old school dudes over there. They're not coming across that bridge. Same thing with Dunker Church. Union, they're going to win that one 95% of the time, mediocre or not. But I think there's a lot of old school CSA guys out there that don't allow many matches to be lost. Dunker Church is one them old school guys will try their hearts out, and you will happen to have a match like tonight, regardless of the infantry thing, but the artillery thing. But you put a bunch of old school motherfuckers together on Dunker Church, we're going to give you a run for your money every day.
And now I'm going to pat myself on the back for 5 minutes.
But,
I'll pat you on the
Smokey,
back too, dude. Don't worry.
You just spit on me,
no
man.
worries,
You
Smokey.
just absolutely spit on me, saying that you ain't seen CSA win Dunker in a while. What the heck? I freaking want my record of Dunker wins.
Yeah,
If I'm leading CSA on Dunker, there's a freaking good chance of victory, man.
Though it
I
has
got two.
Oh, go ahead, Ed.
I got two CSA victories on Bloody Lane, so I'm gonna be on my high horse in events.
I mean, it
Exactly, Ed. We gotta take those victories.
Yeah.
It has been more apparent that we don't really have a choice when it comes to the USA pick for the map. We just roll with the punches. But the more and more they keep picking these maps that the CSA just abhors. Like, we don't like to play them. Thank goodness nobody ever has a general consensus on river crossing. Thank God.
We should.
But
No,
anyway, we've been learning. Like, Like with Dunker Church for tonight, for example, that's the farthest that we have ever gotten with the numbers in Last Stand for Dunker Church. And we
Don't
played
spit
that.
on Zen. Don't spit on Zen, dude.
I didn't play with
partially
Zen.
that was because we agreed to take it slow and just shoot it out, and not just charge right into point at the end once you hit Last Stand.
That was good though. It was definitely
yeah.
a learning experience. It wasn't turtling, thank God. I hate that.
Thank
But,
you to everybody tonight for not turtling.
Yes, but turtling, even though it is a valid strategy, is boring as hell and nobody
I disagree.
really likes
I
it.
don't think it's valid. I am staking my flag in that camp of the debate. Come at me, heavy.
For the game, it's valid, but for certain other USA regiments, it is very valid. I'm not going to name anybody, but yeah. But no, it just
Eagle, you could put that up as a poll.
But just playing these maps that the CSA barely stands a chance on, we've been getting footholds, tooth and nail. We've been learning over time what to do and what not to do, and rolling and playing with these regiments, not week after week, but we get familiar with the other regiments and we get friendly.
Yeah.
The respect goes up. We actually listen to one another. We do what the other one wants to do because we can rely on them. It's really been a key here to moving forward and maybe winning some of these quote-unquote impossible CSA maps.
There you go. But I'll put a little bit 2 cents in there for why I think we get Dunker so much. From the times I go to Event Cord, the CSA usually just goes and picks a map, whatever we want. And there are times where the Union will object to our pick. I've had times where they have objected to me picking Hill's counterattack and then go and pick Dunker Church. And instead of us just objecting to it or what have you, we're just wanting to have fun and have fun with our guys. So we're like, okay, you pick Dunker. Okay, let's move on and let's get to the event. And then we just go and deal with the issue and deal with it at hand. We take our victories, we take our defeats as we roll.
We'll fucking duke it out with you. Yep. Won't we, Zen? We'll duke it out with you. Yep.
Yeah. Don't matter what playing field you put us on, we'll go for it.
We'll give them the old dick twist.
Yeah, indeed. So does anyone have any quick comments before we call it off for a night?
All I'll say is that for every Dunker Church and Burnside's Bridge that CSA tends to lose all the time, there is a Cook's countercharge or Hill's counterattack that USA tends to lose all the time. So it's not always just
that is true.
Picking maps that you're always going to win. Like I wanted to play Roulette Lane tonight. I'm kind of sad that wasn't the second map, and I
tried.
USA normally doesn't win.
I tried. I even said that for CSA.
I
Told me to
believe
go fuck myself.
Eagle that I guess server numbers play a big part in like map wins and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just the numbers; it's the regiments that you play with.
Well, yeah, that as well.
Like if we go out there with, let's say, my personal.
Let's not do that. Don't do that.
Don't call out certain regiments.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you know that 9th Corps regiment, especially the 51st PA.
Oh yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, I fucking hate playing with the 5th NC.
Yeah, especially them. McPhail, no, get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
It just comes down to the personal relationships within the regiments.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And how well you flow with each other.
Indeed.
GG tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah, ton of fun,
Very
guys.
GG's, 2 fun ass rounds.
Thanks for having us out, Eagle.
Yeah, glad you guys
Pick
came
us
on.
patrol next Friday.
I am never against it, but nobody wants to do it.
Do what?
Pick a patrol.
Wednesdays are clogged up now.
Where did you become killer?
Like, I mean, we suggest it for funsies, and a lot of people are for it, and then Ninja will just shoot it down immediately.
I don't.
Cool.
I don't think I could talk HT guys into it. Like they'd probably play it for like 2-3 rounds and get bored.
Could you imagine fucking sitting around for 15-20 minutes after you died right away?
That's just a skill issue. Just don't die.
Get better. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you get to
better,
bounce
dude.
around from person to person, just listening to them talk mad shit to one another.
Yeah.
Is fantastic.
Well, to be
Yeah,
fair,
like-
Metal, we couldn't even talk HT guys doing a picket patrol for training.
Oh boy.
That's
Well-
always been an issue.
Force them.
hasn't it?
Well,
Force them. Say we're doing
kick 'em
this
out.
this time.
So
You're going.
talking other
You're
people
going.
into doing a pick
You're
patrol,
done.
How dare you
kinda
try to
getting lower
make
numbers.
how dare you make
We did.
try to make the other people in your regiment like you?
Like
How dare
like
you?
we've done it in Maryland campaign, in between campaigns.
That shit was fun.
And yeah, it was just a filler. Like, hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
have some fun tonight. And 5 rounds of picket patrol, an hour of picket patrol, that's no big deal.
Well, I might as well get the liquor bottle out now.
Pretty much.
Claude, I
Yeah,
did
I
agree
mean-
with your Piper Farm pick though. That would have been solid.
Oh, you
Piper
know, I
Farm's
picked.
a solid one.
Well, I picked.
I
Pri-
want
I
Piper's
picked Pry House for an attacking map for us.
I
but-
like that
I
one too.
love
What did I say? Piper Farm? Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah. Straight up and down the road. You're
No,
right.
I mean,
Picking CSA defense.
no, I
Hey,
don't. If you can get, that's actually fun. That's actually more fun if you can get both sides to pick a defense map. Like, that tends to be a little bit more fun.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the close maps where you're in close proximity to the enemy. The nitty gritty, just bare knuckle boxing the enemy until somebody wins is always fun.
South Mountain next week.
So just a downtown
Texas
and
push.
Shenandoah
Hell
Street
yeah.
doubleheader.
Hell no, I hate Harper
God.
Street, but South
You
Mountain.
see,
take-
this is
I'll
why
take
we
High
don't
Street.
play them.
Cox's push, baby. Hell yeah.
Cox's push
High
is
Street.
great.
We're doing
all day.
readout. Got it.
No, Colquitts and Garlandstone.
Like Miller's
And Cox's
Cornfield
push, hell
at
yeah.
midnight would be perfect.
This isn't
God.
Halloween.
Cox's
though.
push has night. Hell yeah.
Can
Eagle,
we-
you should
can we
host a
talk about that,
Halloween
though?
special.
Halloween special.
Halloween
That'd be fun.
special, yeah. Miller's Cornfield.
If
at midnight.
if I'm open, then more than likely I'm
We
not.
did it. We did that one year, actually.
I remember
mean,
the
Did that
zombie
2
event.
years in a row.
The
For
zombie
Maryland
event was
campaign, I
fun.
believe we did River Crossing. And it was midnight, and the CSA, which were the attackers, were bats only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
that was
right.
that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
That was
Didn't
good.
we call it like zombies or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
ended
like
up,
the only thing, yeah,
And
you had
if
to
you
talk
get
as a
killed, you
zombie.
switch over to Union and then go back to bats and crap.
yeah. And after the round, the Union switched to CSA, so the CSA could play, actually using their muskets instead of just over glorified baseball bats. But yeah,
That was fun.
So yeah. Thank you all for being on here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's been a good post game interview, a longer one, but that's fine. But yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. Join our Discord. And we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night, everyone.